Now tonight, England captain Harry Kane will become the 10th man in history to reach 100 caps for his country when he leads his team out against Finland in England's Nations League game at Wembley. Almost a decade ago, Kane made his England debut, replacing Wayne Rooney and scoring after just 79 seconds. The manager who brought him on that night in 2015 was Roy Hodgson, and he spoke to Sky's Dharmesh Sheth about what Kane was like, his leadership style and the legacy he deserves.
Many congratulations, Harry. I'm delighted for you. Enjoy the moment, continue to enjoy your career and be very proud. Find a very nice spot in your house among the other trophies for it, and it's something which I know you're going to treasure for the rest of your life. Harry was a natural choice, really, and his performances at Tottenham showed us that this is the right type of man. So it's really a question of when is he going to get his chance to make his debut. It was against Lithuania, and he had the best possible start for any centre forward making a debut anywhere. He scored almost immediately after being brought onto the field, and that wasn't a genial substitution.
And it's Kane! Absolutely incredible.
79 seconds after he came on. I mean, you're saying it's not like a genius substitution or anything like that, but you can't have predicted a start and to an England career like that, couldn't you?
Well, strange enough, Rashford had the same one. He came on and made his debut. I think it was in Sunderland against Australia, and scored almost immediately after he came on. So perhaps it isn't that unusual. I don't know, but I mean, certainly Harry was a natural goal scorer. We knew that. I mean, his technique, his ability to get into the right positions, and of course his composure to use his technique, that was there for all to see. To be able then to go out and score on your debut, I think that really just shows that we had 100-cap man in the making, probably.
It was Wayne Rooney who was clearly the main man at England in the previous years to that. Did you almost feel like this could be a natural progression, almost like I know they call it a changing of the guard almost?
Well, I'd like to say I thought that, but I think that would be giving myself too much credit. I mean, it would be wrong of me to suggest that we saw that in the brief season, if you like, we had with him, which culminated in the 2016 Euros, where things didn't go very well for any of us.
What did you notice about him?
I thought he was quiet. I mean, he certainly wasn't a person who stood out in the group or wanted to stand out in the group by his behaviour. He was very confident that these are things I can do. You know, I'm strong. It's not easy to get the ball from me. I know I've got good technique, and I know that when the shooting opportunity comes, I'll be the person to take it.
Is any part of you surprised he's gone on to do this?
It's a very difficult question. I mean, I don't know with any player that I could have predicted on their first cap that this man is going to go on to get 100 cap. But if you're saying to me, having followed his career, am I surprised? And am I surprised in any way that he didn't have the qualities to do what he's done? Then the answer obviously is no. I've always believed in that. But really, all the credit for these things have got to go 100% to the player.
He's now not only winning his 100th cap, but he's captain of his country as well. I'm guessing leadership qualities come in very different forms.
The main quality needed to be a captain is to have the respect of all the people around you. Respect for your ability, of course, but also respect for you as a person. I've got no doubt that if Harry stands up in the dressing room and says, right, I want you to listen to me, the players will listen. Some of the best leaders are not the most vocal people. It's not the Churchillian speeches which count a lot of the time. It's the quiet word that really is particularly apt and particularly relevant at that moment in time, which changes your behaviour. Because Churchillian speeches can only make sometimes the Churchillian deliverer satisfied that he's done his job, and it might have no effect whatsoever on the people who are listening. You can't give me the example of an England player at the moment who deserves respect and who's done his job better than Harry Kane has over the last, well, was it almost 10 years, isn't it?
Just finally, Roy, he has come under a bit of criticism of late, particularly in the last tournament, rightly or wrongly. Do you think he'll be more appreciated when he eventually says, that's me done for England? And what kind of legacy do you think he will have and deserves?
Well, you certainly leave a legacy for a while, because it's going to take a while. It took quite a long while for Wayne to beat Bobby Charlton's record. I was with England and Wayne when he broke that record. It took quite a while. And it's going to take a while now for someone to get beyond both Wayne and Harry Kane, who's beaten the record. So that's an incredible legacy. You leave another legacy, that he's captained the team in successful competitions. Because, okay, people say, well, he's not successful because I haven't lifted the trophy, but there's a little bit more to success than just lifting trophies. So his legacy is in no doubt whatsoever. Criticism, well, that was tactical criticism. I'm always a little bit wary of those things, especially if people are watching games on the television. And of course, if people don't really know what the player's been asked to do, we don't know that. So when you start saying he's in the wrong position, I'm a bit wary of that. How he could still come away from it just about to accept his 100th cap, and knowing full well that the job he's done as leader up to now has been an extremely good one, and I'm sure that he and the new manager of the team are going to be hoping he'll do it for years to come, because one thing's for certain, he's a goal scorer, and when you take your goal scorers from the field, you're risking, because you're risking a known quality often for an unknown quality.